Kai Sotto was one of
record break
basketball's
niya nagawa ngayon sa
Sana nung first window pa lang ang napapanood natin so far kay Kai. Pero napakaganda na ng mga
Si Kai Sotto, ang wonderboy ng Philippine basketball. 7'2" homegrown big man, often compared by many to the likes of 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗏𝗃𝗃 at 𝗍𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃. Pero yung root ng mga comparisons na yon ay yung unique skill set ni Kai. He's a great passer for a big man and he can penetrate off the dribble, which most 7-footers struggle. And also, he can kinda shoot, which is also a very modern type of skill to have as a big nowadays. At alam niyo naman dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, we value height more than anything. And ang dami ng malalaking prospects na dumaan sa atin. Some of them did great, some did fine, some of them also failed. Pero looking back at his early stuff, may something kay Kai eh. May something nakakaiba. Nung high school si Kai dito sa atin, he played for the Ateneo Blue Eaglets. Noong 2016, he led Ateneo to a championship. Siya ang naging finals MVP, averaging 17 points, 13 rebounds, and 6.3 blocks in that series. Even at a very young age, he really dominated his competition. Yung mga highlights niya sa juniors, akala mo nanonood ka ng 𝗷𝗶𝗃𝗃 colorized highlights. He was so dominant that he led Ateneo to back-to-back titles. Noong 2017, he won the MVP award, averaging a whopping 25 points, 14 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks sa buong season. Wow! Pero ang naging simula talaga ay yung 2017 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗽 Under-16 performance ni Kai Sotto. Dito talaga niya nakuha yung atensyon ng mga Filipino. Naging instant internet sensation siya with everyone talking about him and his potential. Sa tournament na to, nag-average siya ng almost 17 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 3 blocks as a 14-year-old. Everyone knew na medyo payat pa siya and he has a lot of work to do. Pero he's 14 at that time and obviously, patangkad siya than anyone else. Na-excite yung mga fans sa magiging progression niya as a player and kung siya na ba ang magiging unang homegrown Filipino NBA player. Sinundan niya yung 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗽 ng strong FIBA Asia Under-16 performance kung saan nag-average siya ng almost 17 points, 13.5 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks per game. Dito nakita natin yung post-game and footwork ni Kai ay nag-improve. Sobrang apparent ng improvement niya on how he uses his height and his body to move. So things are really looking bright for Kai in his future at this point. Enter 𝗂𝗀𝗄𝗏. Around 2018, hype na hype ang lahat sa Twin Towers na 𝗂𝗀𝗄𝗏 and Kai Sotto. For the longest time kasi palagi tayong maliit sa mga international games. Gone are the days na puro 6'5" center tayo. We now have 2 super skilled mobile bigs. Noong 2018 FIBA Under-18 Asian Championship, parehas maganda pinakita nilang dalawa. Kai Sotto averaged 13 points, almost 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Playing alongside 𝗂𝗀𝗄𝗏 who averaged 14 points, 11.5 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks a game. Dito sa tournament na to, 𝗂𝗀𝗄𝗏 looked like he was more established than Kai Sotto. And that was expected kasi mas bata talaga si Kai. But Kai yet again showed flashes of improvement. Mas fluid yung mga moves niya down low, mas composed na siya with the ball compared to his last outings, and kumbaga yung frame niya medyo nag-improve. And arguably ito yung nag-cement to everyone na Kai Sotto is that dude. Baka legit na NBA prospect talaga siya. In 2019, despite rumors of Kai having offers from EuroLeague teams, lumipad si Kai Sotto papuntang Amerika to train and play for a high school prep team called the 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗃. Maganda ang pinakita niya sa TSF as na-labelan siya as a 4-star basketball recruit and nakakuha siya ng mainstream attention from all over the world. And after playing for TSF, Kai Sotto opted to play for NBA G League Ignite team, labeling him as a pro and would make him ineligible to play for the NCAA. Pero okay lang. Kai was set to play on one of the biggest stages that time. Kung maaalala natin, this was the time of the pandemic. Walang sports na ganap masyado other than the NBA and NBA G League. So all eyes are going to be on those games and makakakuha si Kai Sotto ng attention. Before the start of the G League season, Kai flew over to the Philippines para i-represent ang Gilas Pilipinas para sa darating na FIBA Asia qualifiers. Pero na-postpone yung original proposed date and Kai was forced to go back to the US. Pero he was too late. He was unable to play for the Ignite team. Nagkagulo ang buong internet dito. There was a genuine debate kung tama ba ang naging desisyon ng kampo ni Kai or hindi. Nagkaroon ng mga Twitter beef, response videos. If you know, you know. But anyway, Pampalubag loob, after few months after that fiasco, Kai flew back here again to represent Gilas sa legit na qualifiers. To be fair, he was out of condition due to the lack of practice and preparation, but he showed flashes of improvements naman. Through 3 games, nag-average siya ng 9.3 points, 7 rebounds, 1.3 assists on 19 minutes. And sa Olympic qualifiers naman, he averaged 9 points, 4.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists on 20 minutes per game. I actually made a breakdown of his performance. Sinabi ko dun na okay naman siya offensively. Meron siyang bag and he can use them properly. But he has to be more efficient. And defensively, he's trying. But being able to defend on the perimeter is important in today's basketball. At the very least, kailangan hindi ka liability sa defense to be effective. After his Gilas stint, Kai Sotto decided to play in Australia for the Adelaide 36ers. Guaranteed 2-year contract, so this could very well be a long-term thing. And with that being said, I think it's worth mentioning the rise of 𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 and 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃. Kung maaalala natin dati, nasa same conversation silang tatlo. But if we're going to be honest, it feels like the spotlight for Kai is slowly fading away. Hence why I think Kai should take advantage of this opportunity to make as loud of noise as possible. Kumbaga last 2 minutes na to for Kai. He'll be 20 sa susunod na draft, and para sa NBA teams, the younger the better. So kailangan niya talaga na magpakitang gilas sa NBL. If he can prove na consistent outside shooter siya, I think that would really help his case. But at the end of the day, hindi pa tapos ang journey ni Kai Sotto. Naniniwala ako na magagawa niyang mag-perform well enough sa NBL na makakagawa siya ng ingay na loud enough for NBA scouts to at least give him a shot. With all honesty, the time is really running out. And I believe Kai Sotto can pull this off. And we as fans, okay lang naman na maging critical and honest. No one's ever gonna improve nga lang kung palagi lang tayo nagbubulag-bulagan to what's in front of us. But on the other hand, sana we can differentiate being critical and just flat out hating. Makapunta man siya sa NBA or hindi, this is Kai's journey. Spectators lang tayo dito. We don't need to use Kai's journey for us to feel good about ourselves. At the end of the day, career to ni Kai and we should let him do what he wants to do.